Hello and welcomes back everyone, AnthWolf here bringing you a new video of Dark Souls 3. Now, a brief disclaimer. Remember at the beginning of maybe this series I mentioned that I could only record each of these videos in one take, and if something happened, if I had a technical issue somewhere along the lines, I wouldn't be able to go back and basically re-record any of these parts. And thankfully throughout this series I haven't had really any issues, a couple of frame drops here or there, which haven't been really all that important. Well, I'll come out and say it. This is the last video of my Dark Souls 3 series, and I've just literally at this moment, just begun editing my personal audio to the actual game footage, and we've come up with an issue. This has happened a few times in some of my recordings, but it seems my personal audio software, Audacity, likes to occasionally mess up and for some reason cuts all of my audio until maybe the last, say, 15-20 minutes or so. If it's a longer video, I don't know, it's maybe a percentage base. It's random and unusual, but unfortunately it cut out all my personal audio for the first maybe 20 minutes of this 25-minute video, which basically takes you all the way through until the end credits, and basically takes away all of what I'm doing right now, which is obviously re-exploring the Firelink Shrine and talking to everyone before we obviously go to encounter the first flame, which is what we're about to do here and now, and complete one of the various endings of this game. And it's a bit disappointing. I'm a bit disappointed more in the software than myself, but I like to beat myself up a lot, and I can only apologise to you, the viewers, if you've gotten this far. I'm sorry. I hope you'll enjoy the gameplay at least, but I am not able to narrate. Maybe that's better. I don't know. You will have to tell me.
Noble Lords of Cinder, the fire fades. And the lords go without thrones. Surrender your fires to the true heir. Let him grant death to the old gods of Lordran, deliverers of the first flame.
So, yeah, I thought I'd mention that, at least inform you of this post-commentary. I won't narrate what I'm up to, what's going on. You can just take your time, relax, enjoy the video. And yeah, when the credits come back and roll, I'll briefly go over what I kinda said when the credits were rolling. And then we'll break the video. Kind of a shame. Some of my original commentary does exist, maybe for the last 5 minutes or so. And I'll leave that in. But yeah, it's just disappointing that the first 15-20 minutes or so was lost. But hey, it happens. There are technical issues. But anyways, I'll see you at the credits. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the gameplay at least. I'll see you all shortly.
first flame quickly fades. Darkness will shortly settle. But one day, tiny flames will dance across the darkness. Like embers linked by Lord's pass. Ashen One, hearest thou my voice still?
So yeah, that was Dark Souls 3, everyone. So, a little bit of post-commentary thoughts about the game once again. Now, I really enjoyed that, I have to say. This is the second time I'm having to speak about this, but no, I really enjoyed Dark Souls 3. My background with the Souls games, it's been mentioned prior to this, but I very much played a lot of hours, many hours in Demon Souls. I did a lot of PvP, I wasn't very good at it, but I really enjoyed myself jumping into other people's worlds or helping out other people, not just stabbing them in the back, though that was also fun. I didn't fully complete Dark Souls 1 and 2, though I was aware of their storyline, and yeah, this is apparently bringing the Souls games to a conclusion. I believe the director has mentioned, and this might not be entirely accurate, feel free to look it up yourself, but I think the director who was behind the 3 Souls games is not interested in coming back and doing another one. But From Software, the development company, have ideas for where they want to take their, obviously, creativity, and I do think they have a few games in the progress, hopefully being developed. One of them, I think it might be an Armored Core game, if anyone's familiar with that mech series, which I'm rather interested in. And we'll just have to see what they release, what they tease to us, either in comments or blogs or trailers. But they might come back with another Souls game or two. After all, did they not do Bloodborne as well? I think they did. Which I've never played, but I've watched footage of. And that seemed very similar, but at the same time very different in terms of some of the game mechanics. And yeah, I'm just enjoying the music once again. This is the second time, as I say, I'm listening to this. But again, the soundtracks for all the games was one of the things that really pulled me to the Souls series, as well as the various bosses. I've especially enjoyed Dark Souls 3. I don't know why I enjoyed it more than Dark Souls 1 and 2, maybe because the port felt a bit smoother. There was a couple of technical issues, and of course the audio issue in this video, unfortunately. But I think overall, I like the different, what would you say, the different bosses and the different stages of said bosses. They definitely seem to have changed the pace of the bosses now. And it's not just fighting one boss and learning their different move sets, but then once they hit a certain health, or once they've died once, they go into a stage 2 form, and then the battle changes, the mechanics change. And I like that. I like the idea of actually exploring. You don't need to, properly. You can obviously go from A to B to C and complete the game relatively quickly. I think there's already people who speedrun this game and probably the other Dark Souls games as well. But if you want to explore, you'll find weird optional bosses, various other bits of armor and weapons, various other magics, which I really like. I like the option to explore a game, that it's not just purely linear, and you're rewarded for that exploration. But no, I should stop talking about this myself. I've really enjoyed my time here, and I think I might mention it later in the original audio, which still exists after these credits. But I do want to come back and play this game again. I'm going to wait for the expansion now. And I would personally, if you didn't mind and you had the time, if you've played this game yourself, and I hope anyone who's viewing this has played it themselves already without just watching me play it and having various things spoiled for you. But if you've played it, let me know your thoughts. If you've played Dark Souls 1 and 2, what do you think of the trilogy as a whole? And where would you kind of rate them? Especially if you've played Demon Souls as well, because I've always rated Demon Souls really highly. And I don't know, would I still consider it better than Dark Souls 3? Maybe? But then maybe I'm looking at Demon Souls with rose-tinted glasses. Maybe I'm remembering it too fondly. But no, I've definitely enjoyed this experience, and I wouldn't even say, if I didn't want to say that I considered this one better or this one worse, I've enjoyed both games for the experiences they've given me. And they're very similar games, so we'll give it that. But yeah, the credits are getting close to rolling to an end here, so thank you for joining me again on this journey. I can't say it enough. I'm very fortunate to be able to spend some hours and record gameplay like this for you all, and I enjoy doing so. And I'll hopefully continue to do so in the future. So I'll end my post-commentary here, and we will be going back to some original commentary momentarily, but yeah, I'll see you all for more commentary in a moment. Original commentary. I'll see you then. There we are. Begin Journey 2 in current state. Journey 2 can be initiated from the Shrine Bonfire if you do not wish to begin now. Not just yet, thank you. But yes, there is a New Game Plus. I guess the last thing we can do take the Skull Ring from Ludleth, which increases your curse resistance, and we can still use the Tramp position. Huh. Do I not have the... one of the Twisted Souls? Since Lord Gwyn, the first Lord of Cinder, many exalted lords have linked the first flame, and it is their very souls that have manifested themselves as defender of the flame. Oh, so this is the conglomerated various lords that have become the next linker of the fire. I guess we would have also became one of them. Trying to see if we can... Ah, is it this one? The Sunlight Spear, I guess it is. And... The Fire Link Greatsword. Which we could wield. 20 strength, 10 dexterity, 10 intelligence, 10 faith. Last thing to do then.
Ashen One, if when thou peerest upon the first flame, thou wishest yet for a world without fire, for an end to the linking of the fire, then call upon me. I am a firekeeper, and I tend to the flame to the very end. Thou hast given me eyes, and such it was they showed me. Mayst thou thy peace discover.
So yeah, that's what she was going to tell us before we accidentally clicked on the bonfire here. Most likely. Okay, as once again, this is AnthWolf, who has just finished playing Dark Souls 3. I hope you've all enjoyed and hope you all take care. Once again, feel free to comment if you so wish. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And no doubt in the very near future, in fact, if it hasn't already passed on the 26th of October 2016, there is an expansion. So I think once that is released, maybe a week after or so, I'll probably start this game again and do another playthrough and see how it goes. See what new weapons, new armor, new bosses become available in the expansion, and just try doing the game a different way, and probably dying horribly in the progress. But that's for then, this is now. I'll see you all, obviously, for more series here on YouTube in the future. Until then, no. Bye bye now.